All right, I'm on hole number 5 of the Winter Sun Tournament. Let's go check this out. Hole number 5. All right, I practiced this hole quite a bit the other day. There's a lot of different ways that you can go with this hole. In one-on-one play, Marlin Rock, 3 rings of separation off, max topspin, max right-hand side spin, max right-hand curl. Take the wind out. Even if you're going against a headwind, the fairway is so wide here, it widens out as the shot goes on. You can end up about in here with a Marlin ball, nice straight shot coming up at it. No fuss, no muss. You can lay it up right here and try and use this island. You can do a rough bump, or you can try and backspin it on. So you have some options if you hit it right here. You can also start in this spot right here and try and bring a club that's got lots of curl, like a big topper, an Apocalypse, rock, quarterback, and try and bring it around this way so that you end up in this area. There is a max overpower hook shot that you can do from over here that will put you, if you can catch it right, can put you up in this area right here. It's about as much as you can get. I've been trying a max overpower hook shot from this side, trying to see if I can get any forward run where, like, if I can catch the right trajectory, instead of taking the risk of bleeding off, I can actually run forward. So that's what I'm going to try here today. I have no idea. I have no idea. So give me 1 second. All right, I went back and watched the video and watched how I did that. I started off with a Kingmaker. Let's go look at the hole and see what I was doing here. So what I was doing was using this rock as my starting point. At rest, my white ring was on the outside edge right here is where I started. I believe the wind when I started was going like this. I did get a couple of these where I had some tailwind, and I did get a few where I had some headwind, and I did have to move this area around trying to land out here. What was happening was where I was landing more towards the mid to this side, but when I made the turn coming around, coming over, I was definitely bleeding off. I hit the rough and bled around. I hit the fairway and then overshot it. So what I did at the very end, the very last shot that I did, was I changed balls, because what's happening here is I'm too far forward in the shot, so I need to actually come back so that I can pick this path up. And I'm actually off over here or off on this path. So I switched to a Katana to bring me back just a little bit in the shot. And I clipped the rough right about there. I had a little bit of room that I could have came in. So I'm going to try this shot one more time. I know that in many cases I could take my Apocalypse with a power 3 ball, Kingmaker, start off in this pocket and bring it around and get into this zone, which is where I'm trying to get with this max overpower hook. But I'm trying this side over here because I think if I could get my bounce right, I could roll past that and actually get inside of the best that I could possibly achieve with this shot. That may not be true, but I'm going to work it to make sure in my mind so that when I get here, if I decide that I'm going to take this for the rest of the tournament, that I feel confident that that's the best that I'm going to be able to get on a consistent basis. Because the whole thing here is try and be consistent. It doesn't do you any good to get here and go, yeah, great, and then the next time you're not there. You want to at least have some chance of getting over. All right, let's see if I can chase the wind right. But I think that this ball is definitely going to help. We'll see what kind of wind we get. And the deal is that today this might work out fine, but then the next round we get a different wind. It's going to be slightly different. And man, that freaking headwind. You guys are just killing me. I'm going to come in a ring from where I was. And I got it all. Not quite enough on that angle. I need to continue to go with a headwind like that. It killed it. I need to continue to go out. Where my white ring was out, I need to move it to the left another ring. I have plenty of room from where I'm landing in the fairway, because I was pretty close to halfway there, and so and that's a pretty wide fairway, so I got a lot of distance to the other side. If I moved it into the left one more ring, not only would I be able to get farther on that first bounce to the left, but when it bounces over that chasm and gets to the other side, I can avoid that rough bump and actually get as much forward roll as I can there. If you can't have fun in these tournaments, come on. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Gotta have fun. Why are you telling me thanks? Alright, where are we at here? There's Max. And there's Min. So I'm at pretty damn close to Min. Min Grizzly. Okay, hold on. 2.4 times. It's going to be 2.55 rings. There's 255. Getting it perfect. Just about a mile outside. I needed to do at least a 10% adjustment there. And I did a 5. Making some notes here on my notes. I know, and I'm not sure, because I've taken this long iron shot from up here so few times. In one-on-one play, I would prefer to hit from the other side, just because in one-on-one you don't know which way the wind's blowing, and you can get on this shot right here and end up with a really non-favorable wind for this type of shot. But I know when I hit from that sand trap that you can see in the, because I've done the max over power hook from the left and ended up in that sand quite a few times, and with my Spitfire, I do like a 50% wind adjustment. It is big from the top of that hill. I think if I was playing to the top of the hill, I would want to play the rough bump, because I think that that would give you the best opportunity. If you can make the first wind adjustment right, once you hit the ground and then it starts the rough bump part of it, wind's not going to be a factor anymore, so you don't have to worry so much about the secondary wind effect. But you really got to know what that wind adjustment is if you're going to do that rough bump. And here's the deal. In my experience in Golf Clash, when you're playing with water, sand, rough, in an area like that, that the adjustment that you make with tailwind is not necessarily an adjustment you're going to be making if you have headwind. And you're going to have to chase it around a little. So I still haven't decided how I'm going to play that hole. I'm probably going to play that hole just like I played it right there. There are other ways that you can play it. You can get into that same area right there by doing the curl shot. And I think in this area right here, if you bring out a big enough ball, really you're looking at, depending on the level of your club, you want something that's got lots of curl. So what do we have there? We have APOC. And we're looking at 4+. We're looking at QB. We're looking at rock, especially if you got a rock 8+. Big topper. And it'll depend on, you want something that's got the most curl that you can possibly get, so that you can get up into this area. You can, because you're going off like this, so you're having to cut this with the curl and the side spin. So obviously a 3 side spin ball, that'll get you started. That way when you hit the first time, it'll throw you in that direction, and curl. You can very easily end up out in this spot. You're never going to see me demo this right here and say, hey, this is the way to go. I would rather be down here because it goes up the hill as it comes, and I want to be down here on the flat. All right, that was hole number 3. Excuse me, hole number 5. Thanks for watching.